We are all tasked to teach westward expansion in our history classes. The themes of Manifest Destiny, the Louisiana Purchase, the Transcontinental Railroad, and the Monroe Doctrine aren't exactly things that might get students overly excited. If you ask me, it looks a little stuffy in that realm. Although it should excite us, as it is as fascinating a time in U.S. history as there is. A lot of us remember the images of Little House on the Prairie, that kind of idyllic frontier pioneer life that the Ingalls family portrayed on TV for millions of viewers, young and old alike. Pretty nice digs for a pioneer family. And raise your hand if you were ever infuriated at least once an episode by what the Olsons were trying to pull. But was that what the Great Frontier was really like? Sometimes. But it was also filled with hardship, toil, suffering, and death, all in the name of making a better life for your family. Donner Party, anyone? So how can we help students feel some connection to one of the defining eras of our nation's past? Let me introduce you to a book that it actually definitely throws out the notion that life on the frontier is anything but a brutal fight for survival. The book is called Across the Wide and Lonesome Prairie, The Oregon Trail Diary of Hattie Campbell. This is a book written by Christiana Gregory that tells the story of 13-year-old Hattie Campbell and her trek across country from Missouri to the Oregon country. An excerpt from the book reads, "Now that we're in the North Platte River Valley, the air feels dry and thin. My lips are so chapped they bleed when I talk. The only thing to do is dip our fingers into the bucket of axle grease and rub our lips every hour or so. It smells bad, it tastes bad, and the blowing dust sticks. It feels like we must be halfway to Oregon. But Tall Joe says, no, we've only gone 500 miles. He also says the worst part of the trail is to come." Does he mean more rivers to cross? I'm afraid to ask what he's talking about. Doesn't exactly evoke images of Laura and the girls running through wildflowers under the waiting arms of Pa. This is a historically accurate work of historical fiction that portrays the life of a 13-year-old girl on the trip of a lifetime. Students will find it engaging and will connect with Hattie's anger as a young boy is killed by a stray bullet. They'll feel Hattie's sense of guilt when youngsters get sick and die from eating poisoned hemlock she mistook as a vegetable. Some may even share Hattie's momentary jealousy when her best friend Pepper falls in love. This is a wonderful reading for grades 6 to 8 and will hopefully help connect students with the fantastic history of the American Movement West that is also available on audio cassette.